What do you think men should be looking at as what a high-value woman is?
I think what they classify as a high-value woman is actually truly a narcissistic woman. And what they should be looking at is a woman who has intrinsic rather than extrinsic values.
No, you're a bitch. You will never say it to anyone's face. You'll only talk behind their back. And you know who I'm talking about, you ugly troll.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck your dick if you have an attitude. And I can do it today if I want.
Only one thing that all women want.
This is a person that sells one-on-one phone call coaching bullshits for 6,000 GBP, which I understand now is 8,000 USD.
What do they say? You should practice what you preach. So we're going to talk about this person right here. She calls herself a psychologist, a relationship expert. She calls herself a high value woman. She tells people how to spot the red flags, avoid toxic partners, and build healthy relationships. But here's the twist, and it's always a twist. The same woman giving out this advice is out there bragging about being with men who are already engaged. And when people do call her out in general, she doesn't respond with grace. She responds with extreme toxic venom. That mask slips off very quickly. But let's get into it. Sadia Khan built her entire reputation on being the voice of discipline and self-respect. She has a YouTube channel, has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. She's been on all of the big self-help guru channels, the ones that talk about, bettering yourself, upgrading yourself, all that type of thing.
Instead of being attracted to that, I start to learn that that is a signal that they've got commitment issues. And all it's going to do is delay my time, delay my ability to get married, delay my ability to, have a family and so on and so forth. So we can attract all types of men, but we only entertain the ones that will enable you to start a family and a relationship or whatever your goal is.
But the problem is, what happens when the person selling those values doesn't live by them?
I'll suck your dick if you have an attitude. And I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
And I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well,
and the
we'll
days
see.
After.
Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
Is that someone that should be handing out dating advice? Is this how you become a high value woman? This is the brand, this is the image. These type of things can become public, especially if you make enemies out of people. I mean, this person probably leaked it because I bet you she saw the channel, saw all those interviews on how she is telling people how to have the best possible relationships. And then this is what you're doing behind closed doors. She wanted her get back and she definitely got it.
This is the biggest scandal that Sadia Khan doesn't want you to know about her. She preaches on her page and on her content that she's a high-value woman. She can teach you how to attract a high-value woman if you're a man for thousands of dollars for one-on-one coaching. Let's see how much she values herself as a woman.
The main thing I would say to be a high-value woman is always you have ability to reject attention.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I can see right here, I guess these some texts, leaked text that she was engaging with the fiancé. You can see the question right there. But clearly, she has been engaging in activities that I don't think matches the high value woman that she talks about on her channel.
Something ain't right.
The third step towards becoming a high value woman, and this is genuinely so important, it's self-awareness. Now,
Oh, hell no.
You see more text here showing that I don't think she is following what she is preaching.
Hell no.
Only one thing that all women want.
What are you going to
And here's more text messages that was leaked about what she was doing and what she's looking for. And they're, again, bragging about what she can do. This looks pretty bad.
do about it? I'll suck your dick if you have an attitude. And I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
And I can do it on your wedding day.
Just sad. She spent years on podcasts, stages, and interviews laying out her personal philosophy of what it means to be a high-value woman. She says things like reject attention and move with self-awareness and know your worth. That's our entire platform. She's not just another dating coach. She's supposed to be selling transformation, self-mastery, discipline. I mean, you have to be charging that much for one-on-one help. And she positions herself as the blueprint. And that's the issue here. And look, no one is perfect. That's not the critique. That's not what I'm talking about here. The fact that she got caught crashing out, that's not necessarily the issue. There's times we're not our ideal selves and we do things that maybe we don't do 90% of the time, but maybe we were just really upset. We're going through something. We're not saying that she has to be flawless or be immune to mistakes. But there's a big difference between being human and being a complete hypocrite. And for this person, she wasn't just slipping up. She was running headfirst into the same behavior she was telling women to avoid. She tells women to protect their dignity, but then gets caught arguing over a man that's already engaged. She tells women to have boundaries, but then she jumps into a love triangle like it's a game show. And how is that high value behavior? How does being the other woman proudly reflect self-respect? Because from what I've seen, this is not some poly situation. This dude is engaged to another woman. So you heard that leaked phone call. She didn't sound hurt or confused. She sounded smug. She bragged about being the side chick like it was a flex. Meanwhile, she built her whole brand on preaching the opposite. That's not growth. That's not discipline. That's a walking contradiction with a podcast mic. So she hasn't addressed it. She hasn't apologized. Her last video she put on YouTube, she cut off the comments. So she's not denying or even clarifying. So, the silence, it says a lot. She knows that a lot of money is online right here. Usually when these crash outs happen, a lot of people start unsubscribing. So she's probably trying to figure out what she can do to fix this. And it looks like this clip is real, because if someone tried to smear you with a fake clip, you would respond instantly. You'll probably get your lawyers. You'll probably be able to defend your name. Instead, we got silence, or worse, deflection, because you can see she goes quiet on the scandal, but then goes really loud on the insult. She's clapping back at critics on Instagram with personal attacks.
All right, guys, so this story is getting very bizarre. This is Sadia Khan, the online influencer psychologist that promises she can show you how to attract women, be a better man, and fix your relationship. I did a story on her the other day because she edits her videos and I thought it was very funny. I criticized her in the video because it was very obvious that she puts waist filters on any video where her full body is shown, and in a lot of her videos she's talking about how much self-confidence she has and how she knows what she is, blah, 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 and that's what's necessary to attract a partner, etc., etc.
So right there, her waist looks very, very small. I know some people who are able to do that, but most of us cannot. So that definitely looks like a waist filter. And I understand when it comes to influencers and all these people here, they're so worried about how their image must look exactly the way they want it to look. It has to look perfect. Even though that looks ridiculous, looks like she has a Barbie waist, and that's not how any of that works. And let's see how she reacts if someone points that out.
But when I called her out, she lost her goddamn mind. Now it's been about 48 hours, and she has spent the last 2 days accusing my followers of being animal porn addicts, being cheaters, being prostitutes, and everything in between. But today she started a new trend.
So before we even continue, let's look at some of these messages that looks like it's coming from her Instagram. It looks verified. It has the check there. 5'1" porn addict mad at women who expose their addictions and their inability to get women. Does that sound like someone with a psychology degree should react to someone who doesn't agree with them? I see another text right there. Boy, you know you are a porn addict and you have to pay for sex. We both know about this, you midget. She's going after someone for being short, also for being an addict. Interesting, most people in the psychology field wouldn't mock someone with an addiction, whether if it's real or made up. It's like making fun of someone who's an alcoholic, or making fun of someone who's on drugs and addicted to drugs. Are we making fun of them? If they are suffering and you are a psychologist, shouldn't you have a better way of addressing it, or even ignoring it, just because, again, this person is criticizing you? And then another text you see right there, another one, you look like you are into animal porn. This is bizarre behavior from someone with a psychology degree and a platform where they have a couple 100,000 subscribers. Why are you responding to critics this way? At this point, shouldn't you have a thicker skin in the game if you've been doing this for so many years? Why are you quick to flip out like this? I think there's a lack of maturity here, a lack of emotional regulation, that when you are online, you must have a thick skin to handle criticism, because it's going to happen. And especially if you are throwing out these type of accusations and attacking people for commenting, it never turns out well.
These are videos that my followers sent me. This person left a comment on her page, and she tried to call them via audio 4 or 5 times. And then when they wouldn't pick up, she left the threatening message that you'll see scroll by here: pick up, bitch, or I'm gonna post your address online.
So threatening to dox people? Is that how you're going to be able to stop all these critics and these people who are going after you, by trying to call them and then also threaten to dox them? This does not ever, ever, ever end well.
Here's another one from another one of my following. Pick up, don't be scared. Don't be scared, pick up, calling over and over and over and over again.
And look at this last one here at the very top, crying like you did when your dad left. Don't be scared, pick up, come on, be a man. What is wrong with you? Did someone hack her Instagram account, or she is actually truly crashing out? Where I'm assuming with this business that she has, even though how many people are actually going to spend $8,000 on these calls, coaching calls?
More threats. This is a person that sells one-on-one phone call coaching bullshits for 6,000 GBP, which I understand now is 8,000 USD, on how to be a high-value man. But hey guys, I can save you the 6,000 GBP. If you want to call for free from Sadia, just leave a troll comment on her page. She'll try to call you over and over and over, free of charge.
Crazy. Absolutely insane. She's weaponizing her platform to go after people who comment. That's not strength, that's immaturity. That's a guru crashing out because someone told her she's not above criticism. And that's a problem too with people who have platforms, whether you are a YouTuber, you must be able to handle criticism. You are a public figure. Now, even if you crash out and you become a hypocrite, you gotta take it. Going back and forth with people online, going into the comment section to argue and fight, is always a complete waste of time, and you always look like the bad person because you are the bad person. You got to be able to handle it. You can't respond to every single negative comment about you if you're going to do this and be sane. This person is acting insane, and how aggressive she is going after people who are just criticizing him. The best thing you could probably do is ignore it, maybe actually address the situation head on. So this contradiction isn't subtle, it's loud, and obviously it's recorded because, again, she built her brand on discipline and respect, telling women to protect their worth and telling men to raise their standards. But in this leaked recording, she's bragging about being the side chick. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Most people wouldn't care about a random influencer's private life, but the problem is when you are charging people thousands of dollars to guide theirs, that changes the stakes. Her followers trust her, not for just her advice, but for a moral compass. Her private choices don't just clash with the public message, it destroys her credibility. So imagine a coach, let's say a diet coach, right? Caught eating McDonald's every night in a secret room somewhere. Would you still listen to that person? So this isn't just a slip up. She's doing the exact same thing she warned others about. Because when people pay her thousands of dollars for her coaching sessions, they trust her word. When your guru is secretly living a lifestyle she's telling you to avoid, that's a massive credibility problem. It's like the accountant talking about saving money, but he's out in Vegas every single weekend spending a tons of money on blackjack. It doesn't make sense.
As a psychiatrist and mental health professionals, we are trained to show empathy and be non-judgmental. But what happens when someone who claims to be a mental health professional and a psychologist does the exact opposite? So this is the clip she made after one of the creator, Mandy, just criticizes her opinion and disagree with her opinion, and very respectfully.
Say my piece about content, but I'll never call anyone specifically out, mainly because I don't have that kind of platform. My platform is not to gossip and talk about people. Like, we're grown here. But what I find so funny is how much like these girls will always collectively talk about other women, talk negatively about other women, and then claim that they are like this hero for women's rights. No, you're a bitch. You will never say it to anyone's face. You'll only talk behind their back. And then when someone does say it to you, you play victim. And you know who I'm talking about, you ugly troll.
Now, some scandals are one-offs, but the problem is this is not exactly isolated, because what if the mask has been slipping off for a while? When you're threatening to dox people over a comment, calling followers prostitutes and addicts, and there's tons of screenshots to see this. So she's not just contradicting herself, she's been caught out multiple times. And it's not just the frequency, it's the pattern. The behavior is hostile, it's irrational, and it's dangerous, out of sync of someone who claims to be a mental health expert. This is someone who sells herself as the relationship coach, a trained mind in psychology, someone who should recognize the signs of emotional instability. but not display them in 4K. She's supposed to understand emotional regulation. She teaches women how to walk away from chaos, but she doesn't walk away. She seems like she goes deeper into chaos with insults, with threats, with bizarre accusations. It's not just unprofessional, it's alarming. Her reaction to criticism are extremely explosive. It's not measured, it's not thoughtful, it's just explosive. Calling strangers ugly, mocking people's personal trauma, and then spins out over basic disagreement. That's not just a one-time emotional response, that's probably her default setting. And it raises the question, if she can't regulate herself online in front of the world, what the hell is happening in private? So in the influencer world, perception is everything. Sometimes one stat is gone, so is your platform. Each recording chips away at her public image. Every angry reply becomes another red flag. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think it's possible that you can fix this if she just comes out and says, I messed up. I am not a perfect person. I have been a complete hypocrite and I'm going to work on myself to do better. And yeah, will that be the perfect apology? Probably not, but at least it'd be something instead of the doubling down, the cutting off the comments in her latest video. She's going to have to find a way to fix this because this is an empire that she's building. She almost had 1 million subscribers. She's been on all of these podcasts. She goes and does talks. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And also, have you been following this YouTuber? Do you know anything about her? What do you guys think about this situation that she got herself into? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.